Identifying points. Today, we're going to use ordered pairs to identify and label points on a coordinate grid. Let's take a look. This problem is asking me to state the coordinates of the point. I have a point on a coordinate grid, and if I scroll down to look at the answer space, they're expecting an ordered pair, two different numbers which they've put in parentheses. My first value is going to be my x-coordinate. Now, x is the horizontal coordinate. We can see the x labeling this horizontal x-axis, and that's what we're going to think about first. I'm starting at my origin, and I need to figure out how far left or right from the origin my point is. If I just focus on left and right, I can see that this point is to the right, 2 spaces. 2 jumps to the right will line me up perfectly below that dot, so my x-coordinate is 2. Let me write that down. First coordinate, 2. Awesome. Now I need to figure out my y-coordinate. Well, we'll figure that out by looking at the y-axis, up and down. Again, from the origin, I could think about how far up or down that point is. It is 8 spaces up from the origin, so I can record my y-coordinate as 8. We went 2 to the right and 8 up, and that landed us at our point, so we submit our answer. Good. Let's look at another one. Okay. I have another point on a coordinate grid, and I just need to state the coordinates. Now this time, it's left. From the origin, I'm going to move left 1 space to line up perfectly below the dot, and then I go up 4. If I went left 1, left is a negative direction, and it's even labeled here on the coordinate grid, -1. My first coordinate is -1. My second coordinate is how far up I went, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4 coordinates up. 4. -1, 4 is my final answer, and it's good. Let's look at some more. Okay, we're in a different quadrant this time, a different part of the graph, but we can follow the same process. First, I think about left or right. Well, I'm going right, I bet it's going to be positive. How far do I need to go to line up? I only need to jump over 1 space to line up with the dot. And then I count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, can I remember that? I went right 1 and down 5. Right 1 is a positive 1, and down 5 is a -5. I can see that the numbers on the axes match up. +1 on my x-axis and -5 on my y-axis. 1, -5 is the label for this point. Let's take a look at one more example. Okay, this time I see that my dot is in the lower left. As always, I figure out my x-coordinate first. How far left do I go to line up? It's pretty far. Maybe it might help to kind of go backwards and start at the dot and see if I can follow this grid line straight up. Okay, yep, that definitely landed on the -5. I'll record that as my x-coordinate, -5. And then what about my y-coordinate? Where on this axis do I line up? It should be right here. Follow the grid line if you're not quite sure. There we go. Straight across that distance, we got to the -9 lining up with the dot. So my y-coordinate is -9. -5, -9 is my final answer, and it's good. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.